Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your Monday Night Raw review. It was fucking bad, guys. I really think this was the worst Raw of 2020, if not of the past 10 years. Really was that bad. Now there's been some bad Raws over the past 10 years, but I think it could be up there with one of the worst. Anyway, guys, before we get into the review, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that little bell to get a notification when I upload these videos. For SummerSlam, I think I'm going to do a watch party, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be doing it on the day that it's out or the day after. And with AEW being moved around because of the NBA, I'm just going to wait till Sunday to upload the review for AEW. But yeah, so for the next 2 weeks it'll be Sunday AEW, Wednesday it'll just be NXT. Right guys, let's just get into this review. So first of all, we kicked off the show with Drew in the ring saying things, and then Retribution were doing things. Literally, it was a waste of time. MVP and crew came out for a match. Apollo versus Shelton Benjamin. Apollo Crews picked up the win. This was a terrible match, guys. It was a fucking shit show. It was just bad. I'm not going to go on about it. Now, before we do proceed any further, I'm going to need to let you know, I've missed out some promos in here, and I don't really talk in depth into Raw Underground because it was utter terrible on a terrible show. So, Truth runs down the ramp, he gets clotheslined by Shelton for the 1, 2, 3. MVP says he will not be disrespected. He tells Apollo to find 2 idiots. We got Apollo standing there with Ricochet, Kendrick and Mustafa, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it, to face him and the squad in a 6-man elimination tag match tonight. Then we have Ivor versus Garza, 1 star. It was a match. Just there. Then we had Natalya versus Mickie James. This entire show, guys, is a mess. Natalya won via count out, but it was shit. Yeah. No rating for that. Bayley and Sasha shoot a kind of lackluster promo, saying does Ahsoka think she's smart for winning the Battle Royal and SmackDown? So call it Smokedown. SmackDown. Things happen. Baszler comes out and a match happens. Yay. I'm not going to lie, guys, this match was actually no bad. Bayley, Sasha versus Ahsoka and Baszler. Ahsoka and Baszler picked up the win. A match that was kind of worth watching, but it was only a 2 stars. It was nothing special. Yeah. Drew and HBK are kind of chatting. Then Shawn Michaels uttered the words, "You're a Scottish stud." I switched off from the fucking promo at that point, and I kind of tuned back in when I seen the music coming on. So we had Ruby Riott versus Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce picked up the win. This was forgettable, guys. No more rating for this. Was a terrible match. It literally went on for like 3 minutes or like 2.5 minutes. It was fucking. And then we go to Raw Underground. Why can you not do Raw Underground after the show? Like, they do the Raw and then tune into WWE Network to see a more edgy Raw Underground or something like that. Anyway, that was bad. We just, like I said, skip over that. Rey Mysterio music hits. Him and Dom are in the ring. Rey goes on to say if Seth comes near them, he won't make it to SmackDown. Then they pop up on the screen. A side note to this is, I can't help but think about the Rey versus Eddie match, the ladder match. I think it was 2005 SummerSlam, when it was like for the custody of Dom to see who's his actual father. Fucking... I honestly can't get that out of my head, and I don't know why nobody's ever referenced it. Anyway, Seth and Murphy are on the screen. They say words. Seth ends up in the ring. He gets beat down by candlesticks from Dom and Rey. Murphy saves him. Then we go back to Raw Underground. Let's just skip the Raw Underground bit. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, MVP versus Apollo, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet. Apollo picked Mustafa and Ali. Sorry, Apollo picked Mustafa and Ricochet, and Kendrick got quite upset about this. I don't know why. Unfortunately, this just wasn't a good match. MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Benjamin picked up the win. I gave it a 1.5. Lucky it got a 1.5. This went on for like 10 minutes. It was fucking boring as fuck. Kendrick wins. He won the 24/7 title in that match just there. He came out and he got the roll up. Honestly. And then Shelton Benjamin sneaks up behind him, rolls him up, hits a finisher, gets pinned, wins the belt back. And at this point, I was just getting a gear up in Raw. Honestly, I was at the point where I was like, I literally can't watch this anymore. And then we head back to Raw Underground. I was like, fuck. So we have Shayna and her homies kind of beating down a red-headed woman. She celebrates, but then Nia comes in to attack. Shayna runs into the ring and looks to lock up. A bell rings, Nia runs away. Shane says the only rule is you got to fight. Nia just runs away. Fucking... Literally, why did they keep pushing this woman? They need to just get her away to fuck. Then we get HBK out there saying things in the ring. Then Orton comes out, RKO's shown, punt kicks him, Drew chases Orton away, he's making sure that HBK's okay. Orton is back, he tries to RKO Drew. Drew sends him to the outside, he sends Orton into the barricade, then the plexiglass, he sends Orton over the announce table. Drew stares Orton down, he slides back into the ring to check out HBK. Orton slinks back in, RKO to Drew. That was it. Guys, I gave this an overall 0 stars. This is one of the most enjoyable wrestling shows that I've seen. Fuck, they've just added WXW, ICW, the Evolve matches to fucking the WWE Network. Those are better than what this was. This was a 0 stars. Honestly, it was terrible. I think this is, like I said, this has to be one of the worst Raws of 2020, definitely. Well, yeah, of 2020, definitely. It's the lowest rating I ever gave a show. I was going to give it half a star, but no, 0 stars because it was not enjoyable. You know, most of the time you can look and go, that was a pish poor fucking show, but at least the matches were okay. You know what I mean? At least they're getting a 2.5 and stuff like that in the matches. Even the matches here were fucking shite. One that stood out that was average at best. This isn't me being a mark for like fucking other wrestling shows, guys. I really am a strong fan of WWE. I'm a strong fan of professional wrestling. I watch all types of wrestling, from the old AEW to the old WCW, ECW, ICW, SWA. I watch fucking death matches to Progress Wrestling and Japan, you name it. I watched it, but this was terrible, guys. Like Bailey and Sasha, like I says, their match is probably the only thing that was alright, but it's still something that we've seen a million times. We've literally seen these 3 lock up like a million times, and it's getting boring. This is literally fucking shite. Aye guys, anyway, like I says, on Wednesday, well Thursday, for the review, it will only be NXT. On Sunday we're going to have the AEW one just because of the movements. I'm sure it's still on at the same time here in Scotland on ITV, but I don't want to put it up on Saturday in case some guys from America watch the channel and they've not seen it. So I'm just going to keep it to Sunday. But aye guys, that was pish poor. Really was. And yeah, fucking pish. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Don't bother watching Raw. Go back and watch a classic one or something. And I'll catch you here tomorrow for Impact Wrestling's review. Oh, it's emergence for that. I'll catch you here tomorrow for that. See you later, guys.